Get ready. 3, 2, 1, start. Mahatma Gandhi, who had anticipated all this, thought that this system of education, which is so expensive, would not do if education was to be brought within the reach of every Indian, rich or poor. He therefore thought of a new system of education which has come to be known as basic education and which Indian and foreign educational experts have declared to be highly useful. According to Gandhiji, as far as I understood him, there are two basic merits in this new system. Firstly, education under this system is imparted not merely through books but through some kind of practical work so that the knowledge which children acquire will not be the result of mere memorizing but of actual experience. He thought, and some of the leading educationists were at one with him, that knowledge acquired in this way created a degree of consciousness, efficiency, and a feeling of self reliance, all of which would come handy to one when starting life. Para. Secondly, the other merit in this system, according to him, is that it brings education for all within the pale of practical possibility because the handicraft on which children would be working would bring some return in terms of money, which would go at least in part to meet the expenses of their education. He was convinced that unless young scholars made this contribution towards their own education, universal education in India would never be possible. The result of all the discussions and experimentation in the field of education during the last 16 or 17 years is, in my opinion, the same that we arrived at in our discussions in the first conference held at Varda. Educationists had admitted the utility of the new system but considered children's contribution towards their education as not only impossible but undesirable. Our experience, on the other hand, has demonstrated both the utility as well as the practicability of the system. My remarks are essentially with reference to primary and secondary education. Little has been done so far to apply this system to higher education. It is not, therefore, possible to say anything about it on the basis of experience. In spite of all that has been done in this field so far, it is a pity that this system has not received the encouragement which it deserved and which we could have given it after achieving independence from the British rule para. As far as I can say, the reason is that although the utility of the new system has been proved, our faith in the old system of education remains unshaken. That is also why most of those who are engaged in the work of education have not given much thought to the new system. All that we can say is that even today, the new system has not gone beyond the experimental stage. Our government has not decided to popularize it as a part of its constructive program, let alone doing anything practical for it. I know that in the various conferences we have had so far, resolutions have been adopted in favor of it, and government agreed that the new system should be adopted, but actually it has not been done. Consequently, educational institutions of the old type are daily increasing, and whatever budgetary provision government makes under the head education is spent mainly on keeping the old system of education intact. Naturally, the new system has received little encouragement. My own view is that unless fundamental changes are made in the current system, the said state of affairs that we see today will become sadder. The feeling of discontent among the educated and their utter dissatisfaction with life will continue to grow. I would therefore urge that all those concerned with the education of children are educationists, universities, and the governing bodies of colleges and schools, education ministers, etc., should give not only theoretical consideration to this problem but do something practical to change the present system of education. Unless this is done, the problem would become more and more complicated. I am very happy that the Talimi Sangh has been carrying on its work undeterred by difficulties. I cannot say that its activities have influenced educational trends in the country to any considerable extent, but I must admit that whatever is being done by it, it is of great value to the country. Its usefulness would be realized when sooner or later, compelled by circumstances, we shall have to introduce fundamental changes in the system obtaining today. At that time, the experience acquired by workers of the Talimi Sangh will come handy. As I said earlier, I experiment in the sphere of primary and secondary education has been successful, and we can confidently recommend the new system to our countrymen at these two stages. We cannot say the same in respect of higher education in view of the inadequacy of our experience. Therefore, I attach great importance to your work. I hope the unfavorable atmosphere will not detract your workers and they would continue to do their job. Stop.